Ben Davis at Always Evolving Productions back at you. Today we're going to do a head-to-head comparison. The Carstens Grace head. I've got one of the first revisions of the actual tube head here behind me versus the Laney Supergrace pedal. I'm only going to be comparing the Grace to the Grace. The LA100BL I don't have one of, so I can't compare that. So I am currently plugged in. Real quick setup. So the way this is set up, I've got my Grace head running through one of the effects loops of the Helix just so I can get it through an IR and direct into the board. I'm not miking my cab. That would be completely different. The IR I'm using is a Laney LA412 G12875 with a 421 and a 57 combined mic positioning versus the Supergrace, which has Laney's captures of Billy's live cab, which I believe is an LA412 with a G12875 speakers. I could be wrong on that, but I know it's an LA412 cab. So it's as close as I'm going to be able to get it. So I've got the tone set up. I'll show some photos now. I've got the tone set up on my Grace, like I tend to keep it. And I've got my loud pedal set up with the knobs and things set close to the same, as close as it's going to get. The head has a presence control. The pedal has a tone control, which acts similarly to a presence knob, but not exactly. The pedal has three bright modes, off, 1 and 2, versus the head just has a bright, off, and on. So I'm going to be using the off and 1. The 2 really just amps up the treble. It gives it some more sizzle, so I'm not really going to use that. I'm just going to go off versus on. So let's start with the loud pedal, the way I've got it set up. This is pretty much matching the settings on my head. So that's, and I'm playing through a Z1, or playing with a Z1, so it's the same. All right, let's check the Grace head with the same settings. Now, again, there is some noise introduced by the Helix effects loops. The amp itself, if I were to plug in direct, is way quieter. You can see there what I'm talking about. That's all noise introduced by the effects loop. So, right off the bat, the head seems to have more gain. So I'm going to do... Alright, so let's do some gain sweeps. I'm going to switch to a different camera view just so y'all can see it. See, I think that's got more gain already than the pedal, but that's just me. Now we'll switch to the pedal. You can already hear that it's like 8 on the pedal is about 6 on the amp. So you've got way more headroom, way more gain on tap on the head than the pedal, because this is like 8 on the pedal. So all in all, I would say the Loudpedal is not a definitive replacement for the head. I mean, again, we've got tubes and, all kinds of cool shit going on back here, analog circuits with tubes. But for trying to model and mimic that tube analog circuit in a pedal with no tubes, and it's a 60-watt power amp to power your cabinet, you can't go wrong. Does it have the same tone, the same gain? Tone-wise, I would say yes, or it's 90% there. Again, there's only so much modeling you can do to recreate what tubes do. But I would say absolutely the tone is like I said, 90% there. It does not have quite as much gain on tap, but if you crank it to 10 or, like I said, 8 or 9, it's pretty well there. You don't have any room for anything, but usually if you're doing leads, you got a pedal or something else in the chain or in front of the amp anyway. So I would say it's a great, especially considering it's $700 for that plus the Laney LA100BL, which, let's do that. I don't have anything to compare this to, but I like it. It's a damn good deal. Highly recommend buying one. You can't get any closer to the Grace head. And even the LA100BL in dimmed mode, as I have it, there's a harmonic. There you go. You can really hear it there. It's like a fourth lower harmony type. Anyway, great buy, great pedal. I don't know how much closer you're going to get without spending $4,000 for the head. It's really there. Laney did a great job. Carstens has done a great job with the heads. I want to buy more of his amps. They're amazing. And Brian Carstens, by the way, is a hell of a customer service guy. If you have any issues, get in touch with him. He helped me out immensely when FedEx completely screwed this thing up. But yeah, it's great. Thank you very much, Sweetwater. Thank you, Laney, Carstens, and Billy Corgan, and keep this up. I want to see more of it. I will throw together some kind of... No, I won't. I'm going to end the review here. Thank you very much.